welcome to episode 2 of Paranormal Pals. We are so excited to be back. Thank you for tuning into our first episode if you have done that already. If not, we are 4 slay pals who come together every week. I shouldn't have said slay pals, but I'm going to do it. And we come together every week to chat about spooky stuff, the paranormal. We don't know much about it, but we just like to share our thoughts every week.
Find out more about it from one another, kind of. Yeah.
Share stories, share experiences, and have some
Exactly.
fun along the way, some laughs maybe.
Maybe.
Not
If
always.
we're lucky.
But anyway, my name's Rose.
I'm Mark.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Josh.
Sorry, that was really fast for our lovely producer, Tony. I apologize to that. But anyway, we are talking today about Halloween.
Halloween special. Exactly.
So I think we're going to share some of our Halloween experiences, if I'm right.
Yes. Can I go first?
Yeah.
Because I have a really fun Halloween experience every year back in New Zealand. Oh, we haven't really covered that.
Oh my God.
Rose and I are from New Zealand,
We
guys.
are.
Just putting that out there.
Aotearoa.
So this could be a fun thing to actually see the differences between
Yes.
American Halloween, New Zealand Halloween.
Yeah.
So New Zealand Halloween actually isn't that huge like it is in America, but someone on my street does it really big. He sets up his garage to be a haunted house every year, and like he's got this cauldron. Like every year there's like something new in the haunted house. Like one year it was like a chainsaw cutting someone in half.
Jeez.
One year it was like a doctor drilling into like someone's like mouth sort of thing, like a dentist.
Fun.
Yeah, there's like a painting that like jumps out. Like it went really overboard. Not overboard because it was great. It was big. It was amazing. But it just went anything that New Zealand would do really big. And that's what I did every year. It was really fun. Like we were growing up in trick-or-treating, we'd do all that stuff, but then he started doing this haunted house because his daughter's birthday is on Halloween. So he did it for his daughter. It's like a little happy birthday thing.
That's cute.
And then he just continued doing it even when she got older. So that was how my Halloween was. It was a really great time.
That sounds really fun, actually.
But what about your Halloween in New Zealand?
Well, I was just going to say, that's what you get for living in Ponsonby, which is like the bougie area of Auckland. Our place where I lived, they didn't really get Halloween. So most of my experiences trick-or-treating were people being really confused because they didn't understand what the holiday was. Once I got a moldy apple and once I got a 20-cent coin, which is not worth much. So I didn't really, that's kind of the extent of my experiences. What about America, though? That's a whole nother.
Yeah, America's big.
Yeah, we start celebrating early.
You get dressed
Right.
up as a newborn, like as soon as you're out the womb, like
Yeah.
every year you get dressed up.
Wow.
No, I think I still have some of the costumes when I was like a child.
That's so cool.
Or I don't have them. My parents have them.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're still in our ownership. But no,
Yeah.
it starts at a young age, and it starts early in the year as well. Like we start celebrating Halloween in October. Like October 1st is the first day of Halloween.
Would you have like decorations up in stores like before then?
Oh,
even?
probably.
Or-
Yeah, I think Labor Day is usually like the
Like this-
the end
yeah.
of summer, the beginning of fall,
Wow.
and hence Halloween.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, because you guys like once one holiday finishes, the next one
Yeah.
begins.
Well, they
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's not
Especially-
even that. They start it before
They
the
start
first
it
one even
earlier,
ended.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
Christmas
Wow.
stuff all up in Target right now.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
yeah.
It was surprising. We came here on the 2nd of October and like already Halloween decorations were everywhere. And we were going, geez, we got another month of this?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I realized the other day, I was like, I remember in September when Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios like started, and now we're like a few days away from Halloween, I've seen nothing about horror.
Oh, well,
nights.
we're going
Halloween
on
Horror
Sunday.
Nights. Well,
So
I mean, besides from
we'll
you
let
guys,
you know.
but like on TikTok, like it was blowing up in the beginning of
Right.
September
Because everyone goes around
for the
those-
first
yeah.
time, right? Because it was like the haunts were like opening up, and it was everyone's like first chance to go. But it's just so funny how that works. It's like the hype has already kind of fizzled out before the
Right.
holiday
And
even
yeah,
happened.
exactly.
Well, I'm from like a small town where I live in like a neighborhood, so you like go around to each house, and then you can make like multiple rounds as the
Right.
older you get, you
Right.
get more candy. But so you have your parents come with you, and they stay on the street while you drive to every house. But I remember it was like a big group of us, and we're all like sprinting, and I have my little stick with my little like bandana on it, and I'm like running with my pillowcase. I
knapsack.
trip over this like sewer thing, and I hit the pavement. My candy went everywhere.
No.
I would've cried.
No, I did,
sorry,
and then I
were
got
you
myself together.
Carrying the candy in the bandage sack?
No.
Oh,
It was like I had a separate pillowcase, and then
Yes, pillowcase.
those are the best.
Always a pillowcase to collect your candy.
Yeah.
Yes, all buckets and baskets are too small. Pillowcases
You can
massive size.
So you would fill
can
up a
just
whole.
Oh yeah, you can sling it over your shoulder
And
and,
then just run.
carry it. Like it's just as far as capacity and carrying ease, pillowcase. Oh. And I remember when my mom first told me that, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look insane carrying around candy in a pillowcase. But then, like, no,
Wow.
so many kids did it.
I was lucky if I could fill my pocket with candy. Yeah, nothing.
Oh yeah, no.
Once there is a funny story. We went trick or treating. We were like trying to make it happen. Me and I have 2 siblings. We're like really trying. My brother's a lot younger than me, so he was really little, and I was a bit older. And we were walking down our street, and this woman clearly did not celebrate Halloween. So we went to her house. We knocked on the door, said trick or treat. She's like, I do not celebrate. Get out, leave, right? So it was like, it was very
What?
aggressive. So I'm going, okay, come on, let's go. But my brother was like, no. Like, he wasn't going to take no for an answer. So he stood there and went, are you sure there's no candy in there? And the woman was like, yes, there's no candy, and get out of my house, you sinful child. And then he literally looks her dead in the eyes and goes, I can smell chips. Like, he wanted her food. Like, he's like, give me something. I eventually had to drag him away. It was a really aggressive moment for us.
See,
so
in
funny.
America, we have like, I don't know about like the rule, just like if your porch light isn't on, then you're not giving out candy.
Right.
That's a
So
good
that's
rule.
how they always did it
Well,
for us.
yeah, if I went to a house and they didn't have candy, some people would feel so bad that they would like rummage around in their kitchen to try to find something to go.
Well, that's what my family does once we run out of candy, because it gets to that
Right,
point
yeah,
where it's like, because my neighborhood is very condensed, so like you can have in like a half-mile stretch like a ton of houses.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of townhouses too. So we will get like 3 or 4 bags of like candy and run out by like 8 p.m.
So
So
we
my
have-
dad is like handing
right.
out like Doritos and like Lay's and like just whatever snacks we would pack for school lunches.
Right, well,
because it's
this-
like, what else do I give?
This is
Sandwich?
good tips
Yeah,
because
exactly.
this is
Ham
our
and
first.
cheese.
Exactly. Well, this is our first Halloween here, so we have to know these tips and tricks to
Well,
get
my mom
all the
actually
candy.
does something really cute and unique. She hands out tricks and treats. You get to
Oh,
pick.
cool.
So she'll hand out like little like spiders or like eyeballs, like bouncy
Right.
balls, and like all like things. And she's like, oh, do you want like candy? You get a trick or a treat. So she does something.
That's
She's taking
smart.
trick or treat literally.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
literally.
Trick or treat, you get a trick or a treat.
Yeah.
Choose one.
That is so
Exactly.
cute and fun. I think my mom has a really funny Halloween story where she went, like, she was really pioneering it, actually, because it would have been way back in the day. Anyway, I'm not calling my mom old, but, Anyway, so she walks up to this person's house, says trick or treat. The woman clearly says trick and just thinks they're going to leave. So they leave, my mum and, like, I think it was her sister. But they went back and, like, planned a whole elaborate prank, and they got really told off by the woman because she was like, you can't come and, like, trespass on my property.
Wait, really? They took trick as like
Literal. They were
prank
they
them,
were
like
okay, prank.
egg their house and
Fully,
TP it.
I don't know what it was, but it was like an elaborate prank.
See, if I had trick, I had a good trick. Well, it wasn't really a trick, but like if you pull your pants for like 20 seconds and you let it go, they
really
start floating
did not
up.
know where you were going with pull your pants.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not down
Girl,
or up. or
I don't want to
anything.
know what kind of tricks you got going on in your pants.
For real.
Thank you very much.
If you pull them to the side, I'm not gonna show a visual, but if you just stand and pull your pants to the side as hard as you can for 20 seconds, when you let go, they'll just float up.
I know. I know what you're
Oh, yeah,
talking about.
Or
That,
that's like if you like
Involuntarily.
Wait, what did that have to do with
Yeah, I don't know.
anything you're just
Oh,
talking
no,
about?
because if I go trick or treat and they go, show me a trick, I go, okay.
Oh,
And I would all
okay,
stand there for
okay.
20 seconds waiting for me to hold my pants.
So
And then
you
I
could
just-
so easily pretend.
Like they're just gonna be
Well, they
like, what are
thought it
you
was- they
doing?
thought it was
Why are
cool.
you
They're like,
raising
"They
your
As
They'd
long
arm?
as-
probably call the cops. Like, I don't think they would
Probably.
wait the full 20 seconds.
No.
I cop is already at the door. Like, yeah.
They go keep
Yeah.
your pants on, little boy. Like, literally. Anyway, guys, I'm actually moving on from this unless anyone has an interesting
No,
Halloween
because
story.
you have a fun
I have
little...
a fun fact.
Oh.
My parents got married on Halloween.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it
Halloween
wasn't
flows
like...
in your family.
Yeah, my sister loves Halloween. It wasn't like themed or anything that lame, but it was cool. It's still cool. Fun
Right,
fact.
yeah.
That's like a low-key flex, even though it's not a flex.
No,
but,
that's a
like,
cool
you know what I mean?
flex.
And didn't you say you're kind of wanting to carry the tradition on?
I'm like, that would be cool, but I feel like I get judged at this day and age to have it on Halloween and not have it like themed. You know what I mean? Because there's people that genuinely like do that, and that's like their aesthetic is like
Yeah.
dark and like black colors and like spooky vibes.
Well,
so.
someone got married at like one of those it's called Area 51 a mouse cat. What's it called?
Area 15, not
15.
mouse cat.
Okay, I got everything wrong about that story.
Wolf. So he was really close and he gave it his best shot.
In
But
Vegas.
It's in Vegas. It's this big, like, weird supermarket, and it's like, I don't know. It's an immersive experience, which is like kind of interesting. But yeah, we were walking through there. It was like all alien themed, and we saw a wedding going on. It
Like
was
everyone was, like someone was officiating it. There was people around. It was like a whole thing.
dressed in kooky
It
outfits.
was quite cool.
I truly thought you were saying people getting married at Area 51. I was like, what?
People who do it as well. Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
sure they do.
Someone out there would have.
Would have
Someone
put it
probably
past
did.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
So,
have some.
I'm naming this Rose's Astrology Corner. We're doing it every week, whether you like it or not.
Great.
So this little quiz here, well, it's not a quiz, but this little thing, is basically how long you would survive in a horror film based on your astrology sign. But since we did our sun signs last week, I want to do our moon signs this week.
Yes.
Okay. So,
You know, I'm.
I know your moon sign.
Okay, okay.
I know all your moon
don't know.
signs.
I think it's
Okay.
Pisces, right?
It's Pisces. You got it. So we're going to start with Gemini. Now, the moon sign Gemini in this group is Joshua Bedford. He's a triple air, for those of you who care. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, Gemini would be the person who trips over a rock while running away.
True.
And if that's not Josh, I don't know who is.
Very in
So
character.
we go. Geminis tend to be easily distracted and a little scatterbrained. Those aren't the worst qualities to have in life, but in a horror movie, the victims need to stay sharp. And unfortunately, a Gemini might get thrown off track.
Yes.
So I think that's really true. Then we have Leo Moon, which is myself. I'm a Leo Moon, and that would be the character who dies when everyone takes a breather. So, yeah, I don't know. Does that check
That's
out?
actually so true. Yeah.
Everyone would miss it. So most horror movies have a breathing period where everyone gets to relax for a bit. In Scream, it's when school lets out. In Friday the 13th Part 2, it's when most of the cast goes to a bar. At this point in the film, there's almost always a particularly gruesome death. Leos love to kick back and enjoy themselves, and that's just what the killer's waiting for. So, you know, with those moments where they have the parties and they're like having a great, that would be when I would die.
Right. Yeah. And you're like, it's all good now.
I know, which is actually so true. Next moon sign we have is not Scorpio, Sagittarius moon. Miss Lauren.
Lauren.
And Tony's a Sagittarius sun back there. So the Sagittarius moon is the one who tries to warn everyone about the killer but gets killed in the process. I feel like that is you.
Yeah.
Definitely, I look out for others more than myself, so that makes sense.
Well, there you go. Cancer rising, I think. So
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
We'll sacrifice
Yeah.
myself for you.
Okay, good news for the Sagittarius is out there. They're going to make it to the very end of the movie.
Oh, wait, I do.
The bad news, however, is they're going to
I
wind
die.
up dead for
So
trying
I'm gonna
to
be like the
help
last two.
You're
and
the
then
la-
it's like,
okay.
so I'm like, you got it. You
Yeah.
save yourself.
Well,
Take
it's further
me,
than
you know?
us.
It
You
is
know?
further than us,
Yeah.
and it's so like you're the hero. Like everyone's gonna
Yeah.
root for you.
I'm so that's
You die victorious. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sagittarius likes to do things alone, and at times they can be a little impatient, but that's what makes them so cool. However, in a horror
sense.
movie, their desire to get to the end credits can be their undoing. So yeah, when you try and warn your friends, you end up hanging from a field goal post instead of saving the day.
Oh.
It was really graphic.
Right.
It was really graphic. Okay, last but not least, Pisces moon, Mr.
Sure.
Mark, the person who dies when everyone splits up.
So
Yeah.
true.
I see that.
Because I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm relying on everybody else to do it for me.
I like the honesty.
No.
So no matter what kind of horror movie you're in, it's going to happen at some point. Everyone's going to split up. The audience knows it's a bad idea. Even the characters know it's a bad I like how they're being honest.
Yeah.
Even the characters know it's a bad idea, but it happens anyway. Pisces like being alone, so you'd think splitting up would suit them, but they scare easily, and there's nothing scarier than being in a horror movie. So there you go. That's when you die.
Wow.
Rose's Astrology Corner out.
Woo!
so
I
much. Yay.
love the astrology corner.
I know, we'll do rising signs next week. I'm excited.
Yeah, go through all the planets.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of seasons to come then.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny.
But yeah, and it's a good thing. It's a good way to wrap it up the episode. You know, we're at
true.
time now, so I think it's a fun little Halloween special we had today, y'all.
I know, and I would really love to hear from everyone in the comments
So
as to
true.
what Halloween's like in your country or your city or something like that. If you've had really interesting Halloween experiences, please share.
Or like fun Halloween traditions.
And
Exactly.
your favorite Halloween costume that you did.
Exactly, and it's Halloween today. So, what was your Halloween 2022 like? Like,
So true, guys.
give
This,
that a
you have
go.
to write an essay for us in the comments.
yeah,
so
you've
many
got a
things
lot
to
to
tell
put
us about.
down.
Lots
Some
Yeah.
of-
text evidence and a bibliography at the end. as well. So
So true. Now I said last week we'd have an outro for this week, but we still do not. So Josh, do you want to sing us out?
sing us out.
Halloween. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it is Halloween. Halloween.
That was strong. Okay, bye guys.